the, what's today's date? January 27th meeting of the Berlin Personnel Committee. As a preliminary matter, please note that this meeting is being recorded and that some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. This is Claire Pond, Chairperson of the Personnel Committee. Permit me to confirm that all members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me prior to me calling the meeting to order. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Sue Tarian. Oh,
I
you're
think
there.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are. Tom Bradley.
Yeah,
Okay. Staff, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Margaret Nardowitz.
Margaret's here.
Okay. And we have a guest, Peg Stone from the select board. So thank you.
Welcome, Peg.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to start with the agenda. I didn't get a chance to get the minutes out to everybody. I will. So we don't have any minutes to approve this week. New business, any PAFs?
There are no PAFs this week, but at your next meeting, you will have at least 2, if not 3,
Okay.
for various purposes.
Yep. Okay. Position reviews and advertising. Now, I did see the emails that were shared with us about some advertising for some positions.
Mhm.
And one of them was the highway one that we anticipated.
Mhm.
And was there anything else that you wanted to bring to our attention?
No, there's no other new advertisements. The highway job ad has gone in the MMA, which is Mass Municipal Association. It's gone to the Telegram and Gazette for Thursday and Friday publication this week. It's on our website. It's gone out on Facebook, Mass Highway Association, Bay State Roads. So it's being widely distributed.
Okay, all right, great. Town administrator information. Do you have any information you'd like to share with us?
The only information I have is, as you know, I submitted the comments and questions that were compiled from Select Board and Personnel Committee members to the Human Resources Consultant. So they're in her hands right now. I haven't gotten any update from her yet this week. I know she is also anxious to start rolling out the draft personnel policies and procedures, and I think we're all anxious for that too. So I will touch base with her later this week to see how she's coming with the questions and comments or the answers to them.
Okay, great. I'm sorry, just writing policies. Okay, great. Budget update. I did see, the committee did see the information that you sent over in terms of the recommended COLA and the budget information that goes with that. I haven't reviewed the whole entire thing, but that goes next to the finance committee. Is that right, Margaret? Or the
It does.
select board?
It went to the select board on Monday night. It'll go, but not for action, just to introduce the information to them. And it'll go to FinCom tonight, just to be introduced to FinCom. So I don't expect FinCom to act on it either.
Okay.
In the
Because they'll need
next,
to review
I
it.
do have a question for personnel though. With respect to the 2% COLAs, we
Yep.
have calculated the 2% COLAs for those positions where the market rate adjustments were done. So that those are all set. But we have not for any positions that that market rate adjustments might be recommended for. So that's something that we may have to look at with Sandy's study to see if additional market rate adjustments are recommended.
Okay,
We can calculate the correct 2% COLA for FY22.
okay. All right, good. So at least that's out there, and we'll need to keep an eye on that when her final information comes back to us.
Yes.
Okay,
is that on all positions, Margaret?
No, it's just the non-union positions. So I sent out a spreadsheet, Tom. If you take a look at the spreadsheet, it's the cells that are highlighted in green. It's those
Okay.
positions.
Okay, I just
Okay.
wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
Sorry, I disappeared. So I apologize to our group. I was thinking we had another week. I don't know why. I was thinking, and I do have the drafts of the job descriptions that Sue so kindly did for us. And Sue, I'm so sorry. I don't know
that's-
why I thought I had another week to get this done. And then I just looked and I said, wait a minute, February 10th. That's 3 weeks from now. And so
No, I did the job descriptions as two separate jobs first
Yep.
to get them, looked at. And I think it would be really easy to combine them if we decide that's the way to go. But I tried to make sure that I used a lot of the same words that the cemetery commission gave us. So I don't think I don't think the documents were anything that were too complicated that we couldn't just look at them and get them all done quickly if,
Right.
at some point.
No, I just went through them very quickly and they looked really good. And they're in the same format that Sandy used for the other job descriptions in town. So I didn't like, I was going to spend some more time on it when I thought we had another week to go before our meeting. But do we want to go through these now, or would you rather, Sue, that we take a closer look at it and discuss it at our next meeting?
I think if you look at it and take a closer look, and then if you decide, put in your edits, and then maybe we can make that other combined and then present all three to the committee.
Okay,
But I also received another document, which is really interesting this week. And if I
Okay.
was talented, I would have scanned it so everybody could have it. I got a draft from a nearby municipality that they are going through the same thing we are, having cemetery departments that are, I want to say, used to be able to get men that would do part-time work, and how they brought them in as full-time employees and different responsibilities that they would have. So they added responsibilities to it and made it one full-time employee. So I was going to try to make a copy and get it to the two of you and to Margaret.
okay,
I just think it was, it is their draft and their thoughts, but I thought maybe their thoughts could help us out too.
okay. That sounds good to me. Definitely. Any help or any other, you hate to have to reinvent the wheel if you don't have to.
Right. And these people, had this one person helping with voting. They actually, it's this person that goes and picks up the roadkill. They had that written down, so you don't wait for somebody. It's someone that's on staff that goes in. It's, those
I
little
know
duties.
somebody's gonna do it.
It's those little duties that you have to call somebody. They come in from who knows where to do it. If they can and have the license, they have to be part of the snowplow group, which we definitely need. Making sure the flags are at half staff. A lot of things, those little things that other people run to do, and you actually have a person that's part of their responsibility along with the cemetery. So I just thought the ideas may be something that we could use and incorporate into our
Yep.
programs.
Okay, I'd love to take a look at that. That'd be good.
That sounds good, Sue.
Okay, let's
Do you need
see.
anything else from me on those, or I know I gave you the red lines, I just didn't, was there anything else you're waiting from on me?
No, I went right off of your red lines.
Yeah.
Okay,
I took one of the previous job descriptions that you sent me,
okay.
and I actually, you'll be so proud of me, I actually edited it right through that. I know.
We are proud of
I'm-
you.
I'm getting
We
there.
are.
She did
Um,
great. She
And
did
like I said,
great.
I did the two separate ones, and then I figured if Claire looked at them, we could combine them into the one job position, job position. I had dental work, I can't talk. We had, just combine it into the job position and see if we can make it, one of them work.
Good. Meanwhile, we're issuing the RFQ. The deadline to submit quotes for the contract work through June 30th, 2021 is February 8th. So it's coming up real quick. It's not a complicated quote. It's basically giving your proposed hourly rate, just some very basic things. So we'll see what quotes we get. We just,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. So February 8th.
February 8th is the deadline, yeah. And then depending on the quotes we receive, there may be need for additional measures by the select board, with respect to ethics laws and things like that, if the quotes turn out that way.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We talked about the budget. We talked about the HR study update. Is there any other business that anyone would like to discuss tonight?
When will we get a chance to sit down with Sandy?
Well,
Margaret, is that like after she gives us the policies, procedures?
well, I think that she's gonna do that. When I check with her this week on her responses, I can ask her for the plan of action with that. I think that's the plan. I really think it's important for her to sit with the personnel committee, and maybe a joint meeting of the personnel committee and select board on the personnel policies and procedures. That's really important stuff.
Yes.
And it's really urgently needed. So,
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And can have other town employees giving you some input, Margaret, on some of them, some of the policies at all? I know that when the personnel committee initially formed, we had started going through some of the policies, thinking that we're going to get through them, and then so many other things were put on our plates and we didn't get a chance to go through them all. But I know that there were other interested town
there were.
employees that were kind of wanted to give some input because they were very involved in some
Yeah.
of these aspects of some of the policies and between taking sick time and in the way the policy read on the personnel policies read on sick time and paid time
Definitely.
off. So
It really, it deeply affects the finance function in town. Now,
Yep.
these are what mine look like.
Oh, good.
And
Okay.
this was done within a year of being here. So you can imagine what June's looks like,
Yep, exactly.
having suffered years with this.
Okay, good.
So essentially my feeling is these need a complete overhaul.
Yep.
And
what-
as long as we can capture the concerns in the new format and the new comprehensive policies.
Yep.
I'm not as concerned about, about where they are, but that they're included, that they're addressed somehow.
Okay. All right, great. I just, I know that we're still awaiting the drafts and everything, but as long as if we have an opportunity to be able to take a look at those, see if they meet some of the things that we had discussed already and your team had discussed already, and that we all have on the little stickies on our policies.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, that'd be great. Good.
Okay. Yeah, there'll need to be a way to gather some input, especially from key stakeholders, like
Yeah, that's a
people
great
that are
way,
dealing with.
stakeholders, yep. Okay. All right, anything else that we want to talk about? Hearing no other information or no other suggestions for discussion, I'd like to make a motion that we adjourn.
I will second that.
Any discussion on that?
Wow, obviously the time to beat is 23 minutes for any
I
other.
know.
Good job, Claire.
Oh, geez. And I can't believe I'm sorry I was late. So that's, anyway, at least we got through it and we did okay. Thanks, Peg. And okay, so with that, do I hear a second?
I did. I
Oh, you
second.
did, okay. No, any further discussion?
No.
Then I'll
Let's
take-
go.
Then I'll take a vote. I say we adjourn. Yay,
Sue, I.
okay,
I.
all right.